Hey everybody, it's Tiger Forex here. I am not a financial advisor. Do not take any of this as financial advice. These are my own speculative opinions and should be taken as entertainment. Okay, so welcome to our channel. Okay, so I've created this channel so that we as Forex traders and cryptocurrency traders can put all of our heads together, put all of our ideas together, find out all of our books and share which books have helped us, share which programs have helped us to make money, so that we can figure out the best way to do Forex trading. Now, in the last month, I'm up 3%. Okay, so I started with 550.20 cents, and that was about a month ago. Let me see here. Yeah, 550.21 cents, March 12th. That's when I started. And we're at April 15th, so a month and 3 days, I'm up 3%. Okay, so on the beginning of the month, I had $550.04 in there, so it was actually down 17 cents, okay, from March 12th to April 1st. And so I've changed my strategy since then. So now I'm actually making profit. Now I first got into this. Let's get started on doing an analysis here, since it's Sunday and it's 2 o'clock and we've just got our first bar here on the 1-day chart. Now I'm going to be using an author named Brown. Okay, now she has this high probability method for finding out how to make money. Okay, so this is what she uses. She uses this fractal. Okay, this is a Bill Williams fractal, and you can get that often at your trader. You might have to buy it, but it's probably usually free. Okay, and then she's got, okay, so this is actually, no, this is not the one. This one here is her strategy here. Now, she doesn't use the RSI, she doesn't use the stochastic, and she doesn't use the MACD. Okay, so here's the first bar. Now, what she wants is, she's got a Bollinger Band 20 here, she's got Bollinger Band 9. No, not Bollinger Band, sorry. She's got a moving average 8 and a moving average 10. Okay, so this red one is the 10 and the 8 is the yellow. So that's the two that she uses. Okay, and I'll go into this more detail in the future. I'm just going to show you quickly what she does. So she wants to find at the exact beginning of the day, of every day, at 12 o'clock London time, she wants everybody, well, her method is that she checks to see if this red line on the day chart, so see, we're at the day here, and you got to be using candles as well. Don't use this, use candles. Just press that button for candles. You might have to buy candles, I don't know. It depends on your platform that you use. Okay, the red has to be going up and it can't be crossing. Okay, so they can't be crossing over. They got to be parallel. And this can, the close of the day, where it's starting here, cannot be touching the 8. Okay, if it's going up here, it's going up, so that cannot be touching the 8. If it's touching the 8, this candle, then don't go into it. So this one looks like it's okay. Also, another thing, now I don't know if it's okay. Now let's take a look here. You can see here, this also has to be in the positive, but look, I don't know if it's in the positive. So let's see, I wonder if this will work here. Okay, because it looks like this is lower than that. So that is not, this OSMA, it's a moving average, oscillating moving average, that has to be going in the direction. So if this is going in a buy direction, it's going up, then this has to be positive. This has to be showing positive. But look here, the OSMA shows it's negative. So it's actually going down on that. So we've got a little bit of, we're not going to take this. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to go in on this one because she does not give. And anyways, let me just check this here. I just had a thing come up here. Anyways, okay, so let's look on the next chart, which is the Euro Japan daily. So she wants to use the daily chart, and it's got to be going up in that direction. Let's zoom in a bit better here. Zoom. So this has to be, it can't be touching this. So it can't be touching the 8. It's not. And if this is going up, this has to be going up as well. But is it? No, it doesn't look like it's going up. This has to be going positive. If this is going up, this has to be positive. This looks like this is a little bit negative there. It's not going completely up. That's what it looks. So that's not positive. It has to be going up. So this is going up, but this shows down. That's not one that we can go into. And this one, sometimes she says it takes a while to find one. Okay, so we might not find one for a couple of days, she says. I'm gonna show you how to get into a trade on my day trading scalping method. Okay, on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so at the end of this, so how are we gonna get into these trades? I'll show you. Okay, so this one's going up. This bar is not touching it, so if it was touching it, that would mean it's probably going to go down. But it's going, these are alongside each other going up. That's nice. And this is part of it. Now, is this higher here? Or is it equal? I can't really tell. I think this one might be a pixel higher. Or equal. I don't know. It's not going in the direction of up. If anything, this is going down. So we got some divergence is what we got there. So we're not going to go in on this one. Okay, so this one, they're going parallel. Is this touching it? No. Okay, but it almost looks like this is going a little bit towards it. Okay, so you're going to learn more about my strategy, how I'm going to put mine into this. Now, I'm going to be using, what we're trying to do is trying to find the trend. Is it going up or is it going down? And then I'm going to scalp and day trade in that direction. So I'm just using her method right now, and then we're going to use another method to find, and it's going to be the Ayuk method. And I learned that in a book, and I'm not going to use her full method. I'm just going to take, like this here is a whole book. I'm just taking a couple things out of her, the Brown method. This is not her, this is a him. I'm taking a few ideas and checking to see if it works. Okay, so if we can find one, I'm going to put in a buy or a sell. If we can find one according to this method. Okay, so it shows going up, but this shows going down. Right? This shows going down. But this shows going up, so we got some divergence. That means divergence means it's probably there's some probability that this is going to go in the direction of this. Okay, if this moves here first, it's going to pull this down. So I suspect this might be going down, because look, even this yellow is going down that way. So I suspect it's not going up that way anymore. So let's check another one. Make sure, okay, that's the moving 8. Okay, so we got this going up here. this is not touching it. They're kind of parallel to each other. Let's look down here. Oh, it looks like it's going down here. So am I going to put my, an order in? No. Okay, so no order for that one. USD CAD. Okay, so we got, okay, this says going down. And one of the things about this is that the bars or the candles can't be too far away. They have to be within 60 pips of the 8 line. Okay, so if it's like come out here, it shows that these are going down, but your candle is way out here. You can't think that it's going to go down. It's going to spring back. So it has to be within 60 pips. So is this within 60 pips? Yes. Let's see here. So does this show going down? No, this one shows going up. So we've got, it's not following her plan. So I want to follow her plan. So it looks like it's going down. I could have did that a little bit better, but you get the idea. Next one. So on this, there's only 7 pairs that this author wants to use. I'm using more than 7. I'm going through this whole thing. I'm not using her method or his method completely. I'm just taking some ideas out of there that I think I can use with my day trading scalping method. These methods that are for doing swing trades and long-term trades, I'm going to use these to determine which way that this is going today. Okay, these methods, these long-term methods, and then I'm going to day trade with them and scalp with them. And I'm going to show you how to do it, how I do it, and if it works, it works. I mean, I made 3% this month, so we'll see if I can continue, if it was just a streak or anything. So we've got it showing up, the parallel. This has just come up over here, but what matters is this. Now this one is going up, just like it says going up. This is not touching the yellow line, the 8. Okay, so that one is a go. Now, is this one of the pairs? No, I'll find out later, but I'm going to put in a bet that this is going up. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to go into this bet. I can see right here, this is just about touching here on the 1. So I think it's going up right now, and I'm going to explain to you later why. Okay, so that's the Great British Pound USD. Let's buy that one. Whoa! I made a really big bet on that one. Anyways, I should have only did. What? Here's the bet. Go to trade. Now I put in a huge bet on this one. One of the things that I was going to do today is use better money management. Now, let's see here. How much of a bet did I put in here? This is the position size. Here's your position size calculator. And you can get this at myfxbook.com. So my account size is $566.04. Okay, so let's punch that in there. And 4 cents. And you can use this to find out your positions. Okay, so I want to risk 2% on every trade, which it's a little bit more than 2%. Okay, so stop loss, let's say about 10 pips stop loss. Hit the calculate, so that means this is how many lots. This is the standard lot, so you can put in 1/10 of a standard lot per trade. Now, with the methodology that I'm going to follow is using only a maximum of 6%, only be 6% in there at any one time. Now you see it did come up, and I'll tell you why. I went in here, right? Okay, arrow up. So I went in here, somewhere around here. Actually, it was here. I went in here. Okay, so why did I choose that? Why did I rush over here to do this? Because I saw it was coming to touch this 8 line here. When these bars come and touch these lines, the 8 line or this line, I might come out of this right now. See, I got my right down here. I can just hit this button and it'll end the trade. Okay, now I ended up. Now is it going to go back up? I should have ended it immediately. I would be up more. Well, it's going up now. Should I go back into it? Nah, this thing is probably going to... Well, I could. Let's see. Let's just go back in. Okay, so remember, it starts up here. So when you start the bet, now that just demonstrates, how to get into properly. Now I went in and got into it the second time. I should have just left it. Okay, so this one is positive. This is going up, this is going up, this is going up. So that would be how you enter the trade. Okay, so now the second bet that I made, that's not how I normally would enter the trade. I just wanted to show you guys how to scalp. Okay, so that's how, and the reason for scalping. Okay, so here we are, and so this will be my day trade. Okay, so to do your scalping, you'll see when this gets close to it, and what's important is the angle. Okay, the angle of the line. This angle has to be coming, it can't be too steep. It doesn't matter if this touches it or not. It could, look here. This came up and touched both of these lines, but it didn't stay up here. Why didn't it stay up here? Because this is coming down too steep. So it had to come back down here. Here's the next candle. It's coming over. It doesn't matter that it touched it. What matters is the angle of the line. So as this line gets closer and closer to being flat, this will hop across it when it's flat enough. When the steepness of it is almost flat. Usually right before it turns completely flat, it'll hop across. You can see it actually went flat here, and then it hopped across here and then up. It hopped across this and up, and now we're back up here and it's going up. Now we'll see if this was the first one that we've decided. I found one that worked. It took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now this is the 7th one. The 7th one was positive. The rest of them were no-goes. Let's check out the next one here. And remember, the author said only 7 of them. I'm using this straight across the board with all of mine. Everything that I have here, I'm going to use it on all of them. So, like I said, I'm just taking some good things out of some authors' books and applying it to my scalping strategy. Okay, so this one says down, this one says down. This one says down as well. Okay, down. So this one says down here. So this one's positive as well. I mean, it means that it's a go. It's a go. Okay. So this one, Euro, GBP, let's see. So we'll see here, since here's where it would have started, and now it's going on its way down. Now, it's not every, the author says that it's every like 80% wins. So some of these will go in the opposite direction. I'll show you here on this trade. Where would I put my stop loss line? The stop loss line would be right here, and that's why you would have the Bill Williams fractal. So where is it? Let's put a stop line, stop loss. And I'm teaching you everything that I know, okay, on these videos that I'm going to be showing you. So give me a thumbs up, give me some love, show some support for my channel. I'm telling you everything that I know, okay? I'm not keeping any secrets from you. Okay, and I expect that I'm gonna get better and better results, and you can read the books that I read. I'm gonna show you how I do it. So here is where I would put my stop loss according to the author, and I think that's a good place. So if I was betting that this was going to go down, I'd put my stop loss here where this Bill Williams fractal is. Okay, so let's put a stop loss there. Double click that. Whoops. Right click that. Go to modify delete order. Now this would be around 142. 280. 142.3. Okay. Okay, let's see. And there it goes. So here it is. We put it there. It could be a little bit below it, it could be above it, wherever you want. Probably not much of a difference, especially on a 1 minute chart. So if it comes back down here, now she doesn't say, or he, the author doesn't say to do my method of getting into this trade where you saw me get in right here. And I knew it was going to pop up here. That's a scalping strategy that I knew. Did you see how fast it went up? Okay, so she doesn't, that author, neither of these authors that I'm going to be discussing how to find the trends, neither of them know this. They don't teach this. This is something that I learned over the years, and I can't remember who I learned it off of. It was a YouTube video from years ago when I first got into this, and it never worked. This method did not work for me. Now that I know that which the trend is going, the long-term trend, the day trend, maybe it'll work better. Okay, I have been, since I learned this years ago, I've learned about trends, and it's been working better, and now I'm up 3% this month. Now, is it going to be even better if I can, break down which one really is going up, which one really is going down through different methods? That's what I'm doing. Okay, so this one, the day, so down, down. Okay, so I'll just write something on a little note here. So this would be okay, so this is the AIC method. Says sell. Now we want to get this done right away. I mean, this is taking me a long time. As we get better at this, going through all of them. Okay, this one, so I'm not, this one says no, it's just sideways. Okay, it's got to be definite. Let's go to the next one. We're not going to put on the lines or anything. We're just going to get this done quickly. This one says up. This says down. No. This says up. It's not touching here. It's got to be within 60 pips. It can't be like way up, because if it's way up here, it's got to spring down. This says, it looks almost that it says down, so no. This one, it's up. It's within 60. It's a little bit further than I'd like. This one says down, so it's no. This one, if these are touching onto the 8 moving average, it's no go. So that's obvious, it's no. This one will probably be popping up. Okay, you see how they're touching, this is touching this red, that means this is going to pop up. This has got to be going up. Okay, because once it hits these lines, it becomes really a powerful move, just like you saw when I went into this one. When I went into that, when I did that day trade, that scalp that I showed you when I entered. When these touch, as long as it's not too steep. See, this one here went and touched it, but it didn't hop across, right? Because it's too steep to hop across. it's got to be an angle. It's the angle that matters of the line. Now this is just the perfect angle here for this to pop up. So I expect this to go up. This might be a good one for me to get into. Okay, here's the minute. And look at that. So it went up. I think so that's a signal for somebody saying go up. Anyways, I could just day trade this. It would go up and then just, I'll explain the whole thing. Let's just keep checking here. So what do we got here? We got the 10 and the 8. So the 8 is above it. Now this is touching it, so no. The candle is touching the 8, so no, you can't. Is the candle touching the 8? Yeah, it did touch the 8. It's not touching it right now. I don't like it. I don't like the scenario. And this does show that it's going up. So it's completely not what I want to get into, according to their plan. Okay, so we got here. This is going down. This says going up, so no. This one says going up, this says going down, so no. This one says going up, this says going down, no. This one says going up, it's not touching. This says going down. This, the 8, okay, so these can't be touching, so the 8 cannot be touching the red, and this cannot be touching any of them. Nothing can be touching. That's a no. So this one, okay, so now we're at the Euro US dollar, and this is, I've put some lines in here to show what the next method is, and that would be this here is actually supposed to be here. 50 EMA. So this is the brown method that we're doing here, and that's a 50 there, that's 100, and that's, we'll go over it. Okay, so this is the brown method we're going to use, and this is for finding out which trend, whether it's trending up, it's trending down, or trending sideways. And we're going to use 240 LMA, linear moving average, a 100 EMA, and a 50 EMA. Okay, so this one's your 50, and this Bollinger Band we'll just delete that Bollinger Band there because it's not part of the okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Okay, so here's the 240 LMA, the 100 EMA, and the 50. So what this author believes is that these, when these are all going up side by side, parallel to each other, then that's the way that it's going. So what does it look like here? It's going up a bit. So this one's doing an uptrend. Euro, US dollar, slightly, but I wouldn't want to get into it. And okay, so that's what it looks like right now. So let's go back to look at the one that we got into, which is the Great British Pound USD. And we've already got into that trade. Okay, where is that? Let's pull this over. You can pull this over like this and put it over at the front. Okay, here it is. This is where we got into, because this shows going up, this shows going up. This is not touching the lines aren't touching together. Let's take this Bollinger Band off there. It's not part of the the system. Okay, so now let's take these off, or change them so that it goes from the 10 and the 8 linear, and we're going to change it over to 240 and 100. We're going to focus on this one. This one says it's going up because everything says it's going up. Okay, these MACD, the stochastic and the RSA are just there because I like them. I use these, but they're not part of any. They just give me some ideas. Okay, they're very important to me at the same time, but they're not part of the plan. Okay, so we're at $3.02. Is this thing working? I don't see a lot of movement here. I might not have an internet connection right now at this moment. We'll see. But anyways, we're going to continue on. I don't need an internet connection, I don't think, to change these. So let's change this 8 to, we'll change this to the 50. And it's going to be EMA, right? Okay, so there's 50 EMA, there it is, and it's going to be yellow. And what we do is I'm going to make it thicker. Okay, so because that's going to be my slowest moving average is the 50 EMA. Or no, let's just do it. We'll put it in there. Okay, so then we're going to need the 100 EMA. We'll turn this one into 100 EMA. 100. And E for exponential, and this one will be red. And watch how it changes here when I press the OK button. There it goes. So that's what 50 looks like. And then we're going to get a 240 LMA. 240 LMA. 240 linear weighted. And it's got to be shift 1, I think. Yeah, it's got to be shift 1. It doesn't. No, it doesn't have to be shift 1. And we're going to turn that one into a blue. Okay, so let's zoom out. There's the blue. So everything is going according to this, the same as what the previous author said. The previous author said that because this is going up and plus their lines were going up, this author says it's going up because all the lines are parallel to each other. If this line starts going down this way, this is going to dive down there. Okay, if this line is going up enough that if it flattens out a bit, this is going to dive down. That's just the nature of how these things work. These lines are so important to watch the angles. It doesn't matter if something touches that. Okay, if something like, if there was an angle here, this angle, and something came down and hit it, it doesn't matter. It's not going to jump to the other side. It's going to jump back up. This has to have the proper angle that this can go below it. It can jump below it, like here. See, it's flat here, so it can jump below it, and it does jump below it. As soon as it gets to that angle, it jumps below. If it's flat, it automatically jumps below. So that's a really important thing. The trend and the fact that you know that when these lines go onto certain angles, they start flattening out, they'll jump across. And it'll jump across over and into each one. So it'll jump across this one first, and then this one will flatten it. It'll jump across there, and then this one will flatten out, and it'll jump across there. And you'll see that as this line starts to move that way. It'll just start jumping across these lines. It's really cool. You'll see as we go along. So here we are. Let's go to the 1 minute. So the first author, I got in here. It jumped up, and then I ended the trade, and then I went back in again. So we're in profit again for the second trade. Okay, so far so good. Both authors agree on the 1 day chart, and that's what we're going by. Is the 1 day chart. Both 1 day charts say up. Now, can this come down and bounce down here? Yes, it can. So here's where we start. So it's been bouncing up. You can see right along this 50. This has been bouncing here, bounce, bounce, bounce. It doesn't have to completely touch it, but you get the idea. It's coming and bouncing to the line. Sometimes it'll go a little bit but it bounces, okay? And this is up here. Now it can bounce down and then up this line. That's the whole idea. Now, this isn't always going to work according to these authors, but the fact that I have two authors saying that on the day chart it's going up, two authors that are, you know, pretty. Now we're down to 37. Okay, so it's coming down a bit. It can come down to here, bounce, and then up. Okay, but I've already taken profit off the first one, and it was a day trade. It was $1.14, which is pretty good, considering I only got 556 bucks in there. So I'm in the profit already today. And you know, people sometimes you'll hear people say it's a zero-sum game. Like, it's not a zero-sum game. There's a lot of fees. You see, instead of me getting $100.14, I had to pay some fees. So I actually made less than $1.14. So because you got to pay your swap fees, I didn't have to pay a swap fee today, and I had to pay $2.66 on this. That's when it goes past 12 o'clock London time. You got to pay an extra fee for that. It's an interest thing for holding your money. There's also slippage. You know, your broker's fee. There's just a whole bunch of fees. So it's not really a zero-sum game. In order for people to make money, somebody else has to lose. But there's also broker fees. So it's not completely zero-sum game. It's kind of sort of a zero-sum game. So my position is pretty deep into this one. Okay, so since this is the only one that shows me on both, you know, for both of them, that I'm going to be happy with that. I'm not going to go into any other trades, and I'm just going to leave this one for now, and for this one trade, I'm just going to leave this trade here, and we're at a minus $1.07. I'm going to expect it to probably come down and bounce. Okay, so what I want to do is day trade just a smaller amount. We've got 0.5 here, so a half of a mini lot we've got in there. So we've got half of that. Now let's look here. Okay, so where's the stop loss? Here's the stop loss. And the stop loss is minus 136 pips. Now that's a little bit excessive, so we're going to pull this up a little bit closer. So it'll be like 60 pips. So how many pips here? So just put your cursor over top, and it says there 81 pips, minus 81. So I want it to only lose 60 pips. Well, that would be from when I got into the trade. So, like Bill Williams says, you got to use, well, the author says the best place to put it would be at the Bill Williams fractal. Okay, so I got in somewhere, the second time somewhere here. So we'll just leave it here at the Bill Williams fractal here, and if it comes down, then the trade will end, which is possible. So we'll see what happens. And like the author says, it's not all the same. And we've got in on this trade right at the top here where it says it's coming down. So it might not have been the best place to go in. into the trade. It's not the best place to go in, but we'll see what happens. These don't always override everything. This could come down. It doesn't have to come down too much. It could just wave along here. We'll see what happens. How many people follow this? I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people do this. I've heard other people say that you've got to start at the beginning of the day. And let's look at more. Let's look at the rest of them. So out of all of them that we checked over, only one of them, and it was the Great British Pound USD, that said go up, and it said go up with both methods. Let's check the method here. So let's change this one to 50. 50. And this one's going to be a little bit thicker. Okay, so there it is. Next one, 100. Whoops. Oh, geez, what did I do? And remember, this is live, so I'm using real money here. So I'm not just using a demo account. Okay, so we're going to go to moving average. Where did that move? There it is. Okay, we're going to turn this one into 100. 100, make it red. And we're going to make this a little bit thinner. Okay. And then one more. And that one is going to be a 240 LMA. $240. And we'll make that one blue. Where did it go? Oh, here. Let's zoom out. Okay, there it is. There's the blue there. Let's change the color so it's a little bit brighter. Okay, there's the blue. So there's the 240, the 50, the 10. That one's supposed to be 100. Okay, so there, just scroll a little bit. There's 100, the 50, and the 240. Okay, so are they all parallel? Yes, they are. But which way are they going? They're going kind of sideways. Let's turn off this Bollinger Band. It's just okay. So, but I don't know. They're all going sideways. So that's a no. It's not a definite up. So that's what you would do. You would just do that, find a way, and I want to find one that I can day trade. And I'll show you. Where's that one that I thought was going the other way? I thought it was going to turn. Okay, so this one's going up. This one here I expect it to go up. Why? Because it's touching this line. So I want to day trade this one upwards. And that's the Australian CAD, Aussie CAD. Okay, so I expect it to be going up, so I'm going to day trade this one up. So I'm going to go to the one, and I'm going to enter. I'm going to try to enter it as it goes up. Now, it's going down, so this is going down. So if this starts going sideways a little bit more, I'm going to expect it to go in. So I'm going to get ready with this, Aussie CAD, and I'm going to buy. As soon as I think that this is going flat enough that it's going to hop up across there, and it's going to be any moment now. There it is. So there it is. Okay, so it's already happened. I wasn't too sure because this line was going sideways. But you see how it got close? This line, it doesn't matter whether it touches the line. What it matters is the angle of the line. Is this going to go flat? If it goes flat, it's going to go up. Let me just, it's about to touch this red. Now what matters is this red, is this going to, if this red is too steep, it won't go across it. If this red goes up a bit to flatten out a bit, it's going to hop across. Like I say, it doesn't matter that it's touching it. Now I expect it to jump across. And this is way too much here to be betting. Okay, so I'm just getting ready to buy. So you have to have your finger on the buy button. Okay, so it did go up, just like I said. Came across and went up. Now it can go right back down. So if this angle goes down again, it will go down. Okay, so if this is going sideways, it doesn't matter. It's going up right now. Okay, you can see the pixels there. It's kind of going up. This is going sideways. This is perfect. This could easily go right back down. And we'll see what happens. Now I only want to bet in the direction of going up. I should have put in my bet here. I knew I could see it was going to jump up there, but I didn't. It's too late. So the only thing I can do now, I can't bet when it goes that it's going to go down. Why? Because the general direction is that I believe is that it's going up. Why? Because this is crossing over this line. Just like that one popped across, I expect this to pop across really quickly. It's already hit this line. This came down. Didn't matter whether these touched it or not. That's irrelevant whether this touches that. What matters is the angle of the line. So it's coming down. They can come up and touch it as much as they want. They're going to stay under it because the line is too steep. As soon as that line flattens out, these start going up to go across. And I expect that this one is going to pop up across this line because this is getting to be flat. It's flattening out. You can see the pixels there are causing it to go flatter. Okay, so that's why I'm bullish on this one. Okay, so let's go back. But I can only get into this trade if it's going up. I'm not going to bet that it's going to go across this line. I'm not going to do it. Why? Because I'd be going against the general trend. What happens is when you go against the trend, it'll start running. It's supposed to be going up. This thing is supposed to be going up today because it's hitting these lines according to my theory. Maybe it won't, but I can see this thing going up, hopping across, moving up, and then hopping across this thing. Okay. So that's why I can't bet that this thing's going to go down. It might go down. But when you put in these, these trades, now it looks like it's coming, it's going to go right across. It's flat here. So it's going to go across. I could put in a bet. There's a pretty good chance it's coming down, and it is. But you can never go against the long-term trend. I can't emphasize that enough. That's why the first thing that I did was I checked to see what the day trend is. The day trend is that this one is going up in price on the day chart. This was the only one that was completely positive. And then this is just my method, where I believe that this is going to go up. It's going to hop across here. Okay, so now I can put in a bet. It's on both sides here, and they're flat. And I'm going to put in a bet that it's going up. So the Aussie CAD buy. So it did pop. I don't know if I got my bet in there. I wasn't looking. I was looking over here down. But okay, so now I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. So I'm down 53 cents. So I did it was too late. You got to be fast with this. But let's see if this one works. Now, the reason why I'm only going to, because these things start running. Okay, that's why I would trade on the up, because this could just all of a sudden start racing up, because other traders are looking at this and they're saying the same thing as me. This thing's got to jump over. It's got to hop above this red. It's already come up here. This thing's coming flat. It's got to jump up there. That's what other people are thinking. Is it going to happen? We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Sometimes these things go the exact opposite. Sometimes it just looks like it's going to happen, and then boom, it goes the other way. Okay, so we'll see how that works out. I hope it works out well. So that's my strategy, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. Okay, I expect this to go up. Look at here on the 5-minute. This is also touching here. It's probably going to hop up here. So another thing, this seems to be flattening out here. Well, we'll see. It's a little bit steep here. We'll find out. But on the day chart, now this is only my version of doing this. It doesn't include those other two authors, okay? For this is just how I day trade, and this first one, we'll see how it works out. If it works out good or not. I think it might. We'll see what happens. So give me a thumbs up, give me some love. I'm gonna do these videos and I'm gonna tell everybody everything that I know about trading and which books I'm using, which methods I'm using. And if you know of any good examples of some good books or good strategies or a good indicator, put it down in the comments, because I want this channel to be about us, unifying all the different strategies and making a super strategy, and so that we can get super rich off this thing. Now, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'm gonna leave this one here. This one here that we used to find out, and we put in that bet. Tomorrow we'll find out. So at 2 o'clock every day, I'm going to be checking this. Okay, so if this is where our stop loss is. So it could theoretically, before the 24 hours, it could come back here and stop out. Okay, so if it does that, am I going to go back into the trade? Maybe. I might just, after that, if it comes back and stops out, what I'm going to do, and how much would I lose if you just roll it over? If it stops out, still way too many pips. Well, it started, I'm just going to leave it here at this fractal line here, and if it comes back and stops out, so be it. I'm just going to day trade. I'll tell you guys what happens with this, and I'll tell you I'm going to show you guys all my profit, my account history. Here's my account history from this month. I won $3 here, and it's only $550 that I started with, and $3 here minus 19 cents, 463, 38, 10, $14, 9.33, and then I got a $7 loss, $14 profit, $1 minus 12, 2, 15, 30, $1.40. You see, these type of things, I wasn't using a stop loss there. I was just freewheeling it. I was just, I expected it to go the other way, but now I've decided I'm going to use real stop losses. Just hard set stop losses, at least for this strategy. Now, with my own strategy, I like to freestyle and let these things run back, and then, you know, eventually I'll shut it off myself. This did have a stop loss on it eventually. This one here didn't have a stop loss. I just watched it, and finally it was 12 bucks down. I said, but I'm gonna have stop losses now and see how that works. It should work better. They say real pros, they use stop losses all the time. So we'll see what happens if this stops out. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll see if this becomes a profitable trade. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some love. If you're on, you know, wherever you're watching this on the internet, give me some love. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys everything. I'm going to be completely open about everything that I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you, and I'm going to explain everything. And hopefully this turns out to continue to be profitable, and I can make, you know, certain percentage every month and just build this up more and more and more. Okay? So I want everybody to have a fantastic day.